Hello and welcome to Take Back. I'm your host, Alden McCoy.
And I'm Skylar Terry.
Today, we are talking about food and candy from our rapidly deteriorating childhoods. Let's get right into it. From bug juice to fun dip to kids cuisine and smile fries, we have a lot of different foods to talk about on today's episode.
We're going to be talking about foods and candy from the 90s and early 2000s that we all grew up on.
Was it good? Absolutely. Was it healthy? Absolutely not.
For those of you who are not in the know, food directed at children took a turn for the worse or for the greater when Disney Channel stopped airing food commercials that they deemed unhealthy. Nevertheless, we all ended up eating foods that were definitely horrible for us. After the break, we'll be discussing childhood foods and candies that we all grew up on and try baking dessert in an easy bake oven.
Hello and welcome back to Take Back. I'm your host Alden McCoy, and today we have with us the classic Easy Bake Oven. We are going to be cooking a singular pancake with this child's oven.
The Easy Bake Oven was first introduced in 1963 and quickly recalled the same year for being a burn hazard. In 2007, the heating element, a 100-watt incandescent light bulb, was required by Congress to be phased out by 2011 and was replaced by a toaster-like heating element. So,
first things first, we are going to take the little tiny
and grease it up.
Little tiny thing. We're going to spray a little bit of olive oil on there so it's not too
sticky.
Not too sticky. Let me rub it around a little bit.
Okay, and then put a tiny little serving amount.
A little bit more than that.
A little bit more pancake mix. I think that's some good. Yeah, you think that's good?
I don't know. I'm pretty hungry. Maybe put a little more. There we go. That looks
enough.
good. That looks good.
So
now, take this, please. Going to plug in the oven and apply safety.
Yes. Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
This is recold.
This is very
Slowly
scary.
Put this in. Okay, it's in. So while that's cooking, we're going to do the discussion.
Yep. Alrighty. So Skylar.
Yes.
What was your favorite food to eat when you were a little kid?
I was a pretty picky eater when I was little, so chicken nuggets and fries and pizza was my go-to every week.
Oh, nice.
What about you?
For me, it was, pizza, specifically the BC pizza with pineapple, ham, and black olives.
It's disgusting.
No, it's not. And pork rinds. I ate a lot of pork rinds.
Yeah. Okay, so how did you find out about this food?
Well, my grandpa was, a hard-working man, so he always had his big, giant tub of pork rinds, and, my parents bought pizza a lot because they were always working. So that's how I found out about that food. How about you?
My mom didn't cook a lot when we were little, so it was mostly oven food and frozen food and things like that. And because of that, that's why I am a picky eater, so, yeah.
That is fair. So, when you went to the gas station, what was your go-to order?
It was either bug juice, the blue flavor, Pop Rocks, or do you remember those marshmallow and blue sharks that came in those bags?
Yeah.
The
gummy sharks or the marshmallow
gummy
ones?
Yeah. And they had marshmallow on the bottom.
That was marshmallow?
Yeah.
I always thought that was just regular, gummy, but it was tinted white.
I think it was marshmallow.
I don't know. We'll have to try it out.
Okay. What about you?
For me, it was the blue bug juice or the purple if they had it. And then circus peanuts. They were orange marshmallow shaped into peanuts, and they came in these little bags that were about 55 cents or 2 for $1. And I got 2 of them with my grandma whenever we went to the gas station. It was good times. Good times.
Okay, how often did you go to the gas station?
Well, I usually got sent to my grandma's like once a week because my parents had to work. So I always, went there a lot because we always ran errands, and I'd sit in the back seat with my grandma, or not with my grandma. I'd sit in the back seat and we'd listen to whatever tape cassette she had, and I'd be sipping on my bug juice and eating my circus peanuts like a little man, like the little man I was. How about you?
Yeah, I went to a gas station probably weekly with my grandpa.
Nice. Yeah. All right. What was your least favorite snack?
Probably any sort of vegetable ever created. Especially broccoli. I guess every kid hates broccoli.
Every
That's
kid
like
hates broccoli, yeah.
What about you?
Well, I didn't like cinnamon gum. I didn't like anything cinnamon really. I didn't like the Red Hots. I didn't like cinnamon flavored
Oh, I don't
gum.
like Red Hots either. Yeah.
I also didn't like Brussels sprouts, but that's pretty common. I also didn't like any vegetables covered in cheese. It's like cheese is such a good thing, to have it tainted by the awful wrath of vegetables was just sacrilege, So that was pretty bad for us. How about you?
Yeah. What were some memories you had while eating these foods?
Would you like to go first?
For me, I would always eat the mac and cheese cups when I was visiting my cousins in the summer, and we would make those like every day for lunch. And that's one of my core memories. What about you?
Heck yeah. I just remember trying it for the first time and almost throwing up. I remember I actually stopped eating candy for an entire month because I tried the cinnamon gum and I just hated it so much. I'm like, how can this be? I like all candy. I can't do this, man.
Traumatized.
I was traumatized by cinnamon gum. It was really, really bad. I really didn't like it. Like, I don't think there are words to describe how much I disliked it.
It makes my mouth burn. Like, I don't think cinnamon's supposed to make your mouth burn, but that's what it does for me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I think it's time to check on that Easy Bake.
Hopefully we didn't burn down.
Hopefully we didn't burn anything. Oh, I need my protection.
Okay, let's try to push this through the other side.
Don't try this at home.
Yeah,
These were recalled for a reason.
We have an illegal. Okay. Oh, it smells good.
Ooh.
I'm just trying to push it through here. Okay, we're gonna turn this off.
Yep.
Safety hazard.
We probably blew a couple capacitors or something.
Okay, it's almost out. We almost got it.
You'd think there'd be a switch.
Sweet.
Here.
There you go. It's a bit hot.
It's not, ouch. It's not very cooked.
I think it's edible.
Definitely.
It's a bit soft, but.
I mean, aren't we all?
Okay, that concludes the Easy Bake Oven.
That concludes the Easy Bacon Oven.
Do you want to try it?
I'm absolutely going to try this,
oh,
yes.
No.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
We'll burn you something. Oh,
look at the little man. Look at the little man.
He's a little pale.
Just like me.
How does it taste?
Like a pancake.
Yeah?
Reminds me
Do you have
of,
any critiques for this Easy Bake Oven?
Well, don't burn people. I shouldn't have to wear safety glasses when working with a oven made for little boys and girls. And don't use a ruler. Mm-hmm.
That's not a good idea. Okay, when we come back, we will quiz each other on classic American kids foods.
Hello and welcome back to Take Back, our favorite show about nostalgia. It's time again to quiz each other about foods that we grew up on. Skylar, you're first.
Okay, I'll go first. So, what was Fun Dip's original candy name?
It wasn't just called Fun Dip?
No, there was an original name for it. They changed it. I'm not sure when that year was, but I'll give you a hint. It
okay.
ends in aid, like Kool-Aid.
Ooh. That was gonna be my guess was Kool-Aid. I've always thought that that was just Kool-Aid powder, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I have no idea, dude. Maybe, I don't know, dude.
The answer is Lick-O-Maid,
Which
which is weird.
that's a really bad name. I think it's you again.
Okay. So, how many different flavors of bug juice were there?
Was it an even or an odd number?
It's an odd number.
I'm gonna guess like 7.
Yeah, you're correct. And what were those 7 flavors?
Do I have to guess colors or do I have to guess the BS names?
Either one.
I'll start with colors. There was probably like a cherry and a watermelon, or like a two or three reds, and then I'll just do 2 reds, and then maybe like a yellow, like a Sprite flavored, like a lemon lime thing.
There was blue raspberry, grape sport, lemon lime sport, orange sport, punch sport, straw nana, and whistle and watermelon.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Pulling these upside down. So, SpaghettiOs were invented in 1965. Who invented them?
I'm assuming spaghetti is an Italian dish, so
Your
I'm
assumption
assuming
is correct.
that an Italian man made it.
Also correct.
Top of my head, are you asking for the name? of the
Yes.
name? Italian names. Top of Giovanni, something like that.
It starts with a G.
With a G?
Starts with a G.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one.
No? The man's name, who invented SpaghettiOs in 1965, is Donald York, spelled
odd.
Goerke. Very odd name.
Okay, our next question is, Capri Sun was originally invented in Germany. When did they start putting the product in the USA?
Well, I remember it getting popular around the 1990s. I mean, I wasn't alive for it, but I just, talking in conversation, it was implied that around the 1990s. So it was brought over from Germany. I'm gonna guess early mid 80s.
Yeah, you're correct. What specific year?
1981.
Yep, that's correct.
Nice.
1981.
Right on. Okay, so Pez candy came out in the 1920s. What was the first flavor that they made?
I'm assuming it would be either bubble gum or orange or something like that. That seems like an original flavor.
It was not.
Was it cinnamon?
Nope. But you're getting warmer.
Peppermint.
Bingo.
Nice.
The first flavor of Pez, when it was still marketed as a anti-smoking agent,
Oh, I did not
was
know that.
peppermint. It was made in the little containers because they're to replicate the ammo casings of the war. So it says, I don't know. That could be wrong. So after the break, we will come back to our main man, Dan, with the top 10 list of our favorite foods from the late 90s, early 2000s. Welcome back to Take Back. We've been talking a lot about foods and candies from our childhood, late 90s, early 2000s. And our friend Dan, the Dan Man, put together a top 10 list of exactly that, the foods from our collective childhoods. Dan?
Hello, I'm Dan, and welcome to our top 10 list. At number 10, we have the one and only SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs are a canned soup-like food that also resembles something along the lines of, well, spaghetti. I personally have had a few experiences with SpaghettiOs, owned by Campbell's. One of which being that I used to eat them a lot when I was younger after me and my mom went to the store. Number 9, Pez. One of the biggest candy fads ever has been promoted by so many different things, from Star Wars to SpongeBob. The concept of it is to be a little head of a character with a dispenser on it that distributes the candy when you pop the head a little bit up. It was originally used as a way to stop smoking cigarettes, if you can believe that. My uncles used to have Star Wars ones. Number 8, Fun Dip was a very popular candy and still is. You can find it at most carnivals and theaters and was very popular for us in the early 2000s. The branding of Fun Dip is based off the popular Wonka brand, most associated with Willy Wonka. The sticks that it comes with are called Lick-a-Sticks, and were not even added to the product until the 1970s when it rebranded. The original product is called Lick-a-Maid. I may not remember them as Lick-a-Maid, but as Fun Dip, they were always available at my local theater. Number 7, Dino Buddies. One of the best parts of our childhood was something as simple as a piece of weirdly dino-shaped chicken. These fun little guys were what everyone wanted for dinner when we were younger, and I'd still eat them today. Robert C. Baker invented them in 1950 while he was a Cornell professor. I used to eat them all the time for dinner with a side of ramen noodles. Number 6, Smiley Fries. Akin to the Dino Nuggets, were something that every kid wanted to eat. Thankfully, they are very popular within school buildings, and they were a pretty big part of our school lunches back then and today. They were made in the 1980s, and the original creator of the idea of them only received a grand total of $45 for making these legendary potatoes. Every Wednesday, my school used to serve them. Number 5, Capri Sun. Each year, 5 billion people drink a Capri Sun, so this drink is huge. The small juice pouches really took over most kids' daily intake of fluids. The original Capri Sun was made in 1969 and has been releasing new flavors and standing strong as a juice company since. I'm pretty sure everyone at one point in their life has had a Capri Sun, whether it be for winning a baseball game or just having a pizza party at school. Number 4, the original Kraft mac and cheese cups were made in 1937. These little guys have really stood the test of time and still have heavy branding and really maintained relevance for all these long years of being available to the public. These go right along with Dino Nuggies in the sense that they were really sought after for lunch or dinner time when you were not at school, and will continue to be relevant for a long time. Number 3, Gushers are one of those things that your mom would pick up from the store and you would immediately want it. These iconic snacks were made in 1991 and were unique to other fruit snacks because they had a fruity, gushy inside filled with juice. This made them not only delicious, but very fun. And whenever you needed something sugary as a kid, Gushers were always there. Number 2, kids' cuisine was that thing our parents whipped out whenever they didn't want to cook for us. Yeah, they were a bit pricey for what they were, but I'm sure most people know or have had one of these blue pre-made boxes of food. And although many people may not know the name of their mascot, which is Casey, people still love this flightless guy. It was a branding for frozen pre-made TV dinners since the 1990s, and although it isn't as relevant as it used to be, our generations will always remember when the corn got in our pudding. Number 1, bug juice. The thing you'd always see in a giant tub at any gas station. You really couldn't find these things anywhere else, when we were kids at least. And you still find them there. They actually grind up the exoskeleton of a cochineal, which produces the dye that makes the color of bug juice. So yes, bug juice is made out of bugs. It was all made and produced by Joseph Norton, who has now made a staple in every kid's life and their local gas station. Thank you, everybody, for listening to our top 10 list. Back to Alden and Skylar.
Thanks again for watching Take Back. Thank you, Dan. Next time, we will take you back to the toys that we used to have. Bushikis, Hot Wheels, Zuzu Pets. We might even have the Easy Bake Oven. We'll also have a special guest on, he is an expert on Transformers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and don't let the corn get in your pudding.